Transit Board meeting to order at this time. Melissa, could you go ahead and do a roll call, please?
Yes, I will. Doug.
Present.
Kara. Present. Melissa. Present. Shelley. Present. Rod is absent. Mike.
Here.
I see you. And Fred is absent.
So we have a quorum.
Yeah, so we have a quorum on the board of directors, advisory committee members. I have, Mike John.
Here.
And we have Steve.
Here.
And, as of this moment, we are missing 3 advisory committee members. Hopefully we'll have 1 come on so that we have a quorum of the advisory committee.
Okay, we'll proceed as directed. Go ahead.
Just for, we do have a couple of guests.
Sure.
One is Jennifer from ODOT. Oh, we have Lauren coming on, Lauren Morris, an advisory committee member. So we do have a quorum now of the advisory committee. And we do have Shira Nelson, who is with us today as well. Now, and we have Selena Kelly, who is our operations manager.
Excellent.
So, we are golden.
Look at that.
Off to you, Doug.
I like a burger and fries there with that headset. Thanks. Okay, just kidding. Okay, do you have any changes to the agenda? Okay. Citizens' comments on agenda items. Do we have any citizens out in citizen land? Hi, Jean. Good deal. Consent agenda, action item, body BOD. Could we get approval of our consent agenda? Then we can talk about any after we get done with that. Could I get a motion?
So move.
This is Sarah. I move to accept the consent agenda.
Okay, we got a move, and Mike Clausen, do you second that as you?
I do.
Okay, it's been moved in second on our consent agenda. One thing I noticed on our statement of revenue and expenses, I'm pretty impressed with the grant revenue. It went from, this is one page in there, 390,000 to 624,000. So our crew is doing a great job of getting grants to help us get items we need, like buses, updated buses. So that is fantastic. Any other questions or comments in regards to our consent agenda items? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? There we go. Now we go to old business. Selena's got an update on the Superstock. Go ahead, Selena, this is pretty exciting.
Okay, so we're using the Superstock currently. We have some additional wording put into the stop itself because people were thinking it was a new parking area. But we just need to get the shelter put in, which is on order, it just hasn't arrived yet, and a trash can. So we're right at the tail end of it. We're just waiting for parts to arrive.
Good. Any questions?
So when will that be in?
What was that?
When will the stock be up and running?
It is.
We using the bus stop. We're using it as a bus stop, and then
Yeah.
when the shelter and stuff is done, then we'll actually do like a kind of a rebuild type of thing.
Sure. And you have a date for that?
I do not have a date for that because we don't have a date for when the shelter and the trash can will arrive and be installed.
Okay.
As soon as we have that, we will update you.
Good. Any other questions for Selena? Great job, Selena. It's been a long time coming, that super stop. Jane, you got an update for us on the Board of Director Bylaw Revision Committee?
We are very close to having our first get-together scheduled. And, guys, yes, we can use my office or we can use Space and Bandon, whatever is good for you guys.
Your office works fine for me.
Okay. It's on, and I'll send a confirming email after this.
Yes, thanks.
Excellent. Okay, new business. Advisory Committee appointment. Action. To appoint Shira Nelson to the Coos County Area Transportation District Advisory Board representing public health, social, and human services, provide individuals aged 65 or older, social security advocates, environmental advocates. Can I get a motion from the floor?
I move to accept her nomination to the advisory committee.
Correct. Do we have a second?
Melissa seconds.
Excellent, Melissa. Any questions? Okay. All those in favor of Shira Nelson to be appointed to the board, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Congratulations, Shira, you're on the board. Do you have any speeches you'd like to say now?
Just to clarify, it's the advisory.
Okay,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
good deal.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, CCATD Advisory Committee Election of Officers action item. So this is, do I pass this over to the chair and let them go, or do we, since we just get a chair and go from there? Any minds?
Mike can run the elections.
Okay, there you go, Mike. Mike Clausen.
Mike Clausen or Mike Mead?
Mike Marshall.
Oh, you were this close, Mike. This close. Sorry, Mike.
I'm better at fixing them than I am running.
I just wanted to say, welcome, Shira.
Oh, thank you.
A little known fact, Shira and I, well, I worked college for a long time, but 30 years ago, when I was the CCAT manager, Shira was the program manager at Stark Hope, and we worked together on a lot of grant applications for vehicles. And Shira just remember being pressed like, we need 2 vehicles, we just need 1 more. And I was always struggling to come up with enough revenue, so it's good to be working with you again.
Thank you. Good to be working with you too.
So, election of officers for the CCAT Advisory Committee. Currently I'm chair, and I believe Lauren is vice. And so this is our opportunity to nominate a new slate of officers. Full disclosure, I should say that this is my last week as I'm retiring from my position with the Department of Human Services. I'll be back as an interim while my position is being filled, but I would like to continue with CCAT Advisory, but probably not as the chair. So that's a cue for nominations for the chair.
That was kind of a powerful announcement there, all wrapped into one. Congratulations on your retirement, and I'm glad you're willing to stay on.
Thank you. Thank you.
And did it.
jump in there on that too, because I have also resigned from my position as the mobility program coordinator here at the Coastal Indian Tribe. I would also like to stay on the advisory committee, but I also know that whoever replaces me would like to be on. The tribe wants somebody from the tribe to be on the advisory committee as well. So they will be applying for that.
So the floor is still open for nominations. So we have willing folks for the advisory committee, but we're still in need of nominations for a chair and vice chair. And just a point of clarification for Melissa, when do the terms begin or end, the current terms?
Life.
So it'll be a 2-year, a term, an officer's term is 1 year. And as people come onto the advisory committee, those are 2-year terms that are renewable. So an officer is just a 1-year commitment.
All right, and when would that 1-year commitment begin?
It would begin effective today.
Okay.
And
Priscilla.
I will add on behalf of all of you that Melissa makes it really, really easy to do these positions. It's not like some boards where you carry the full load. Melissa kind of feeds it to you, so maybe somebody can be brave and step up that might not be as willing to do that if more of the responsibility fell on you.
Yeah, because I've been the chair for 3 years, and she's been wonderful. You can get so much information from her, and if you have any questions about anything, you can contact her and go in and see her. So don't be afraid to get involved. You're already involved, but that extra step of involvement is needed, because if you look at your list, you've only got a few people to choose from, and you're all wonderful candidates. So someone, it'd be nice to step up. And if Garrett Sherrill's not here, he's a great example of where you could pick him and he's gone. And he would love to be president or chair or vice. It's knowing Garrett, that is.
That's a tried and true tradition.
Show up to the meeting then. That's right. Okay, go Mike.
I would be willing to step into the chair position.
All right, thank you, Lauren Morris. We have a nomination for Lauren Morris as the chair of the CCAT Advisory Committee, and I would like to second that nomination. And so I believe we could vote on that currently. So we have a nomination, which is seconded, for Lauren Morris to serve as the incoming chair of the CCAT Advisory Committee. And so all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, I congratulate Lauren Morris as incoming chair.
As long as Melissa doesn't go in.
And thank you for serving.
Yes, thank you.
We still have an opportunity for vice chair. And nomination.
As long as you're staying on the committee anyhow, Mike, we could just switch positions. I would nominate you.
I would be happy to do that.
Nice.
Good, good.
And it'll give me a chance to keep working with Shira.
Yay.
So we have a nomination for Mike Marchant to serve as vice chair of the CCAT Advisory Committee.
I will move to accept that nomination.
We have a second on the nomination for Mike Marchant as the vice chair of CCAT Advisory Committee incoming. So we'll have a vote now. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right.
And all opposed? Hearing none, we have Lauren Morris as incoming chair of CCAT Advisory Committee, and Mike Marchant as the vice chair for the upcoming term.
Yeah.
Excellent.
the business at hand for the advisory committee. I'll turn it back to Melissa. Thank you. And thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Mike.
And thank you both for continuing your leadership on the advisory committee. I very much appreciate it.
Okay, general manager report. Melissa, what do you got for us?
I have some updates. First off, we did, CPAP did participate in the stand down, and I am happy to report that we collected 12 new applications for veterans at the veteran stand down, so that is super exciting. We also participated in the Restoring Hope Community Fair. That was also in August at the park. Why? Here in town. So, yes. Thank you. And so that was very good opportunity for us to raise visibility. And in addition, we also participated last weekend at the Primary Festival. So we've been very busy raising awareness of public transit in our area. We have a very short turnaround time, and I'm going to share my screen, to submit a letter of intent for some additional veteran resources. It's a continuation of the rural veterans health care, where veterans get free rides for the purposes of health and wellness. And this is our letter of intent. I just wanted to highlight for you some of our statistics from the year 22-23. We did 1,730 veteran rides, which translates to 942 revenue service hours and 18,912 revenue service miles. We did 3 outreach events, and we had contact, either direct or through radio, 380 veterans, and then we didn't do any direct travel training this past year. The letter of intent was for 8 quarters, and I requested $76,800. And basically, I took the last 2 quarters of our performance, averaged it out, and multiplied to come up with the 8 quarters for projections. And so we are hoping then for the next 8 quarters, the 23-25 biennium, that will provision over 4,000 rides and over 2,000 revenue service hours and over 45,000 revenue service miles. So it's very doable. We've been really successful with this project, and the reason we're so successful is because our drivers are really good advocates for veterans, and they connect our customers with services all over, community services all over, and this is just one example of how great a job our drivers do in connecting our clients with other services to enhance their lives. So I'm really proud of our drivers.
Melissa, how much have we gotten in the past? How much have you asked for? Or is this a new grant?
So we had 28,000 for the last 4 quarters, 28, 29. So there's a slight increase in requested funds.
But we've got an increase in contacts, so that it's only logical. That's good, nice job.
Yes.
It would be great if the board of directors could ratify my letter of intent that I already submitted.
I make a motion to ratify the letter of intent that has been submitted requesting veteran support funds.
Excellent. Do we have a second?
I second.
Second. It's been moved in second. Any questions? All those in favor of ratifying the letter for the funds, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain. There you go, Melissa. Nice job.
Thank you. Another item that's been keeping us busy is that on August 10th, RLS, which is a contractor of ODOT, came to visit for the purposes of an FTA drug and alcohol testing review. So they come in and they do some monitoring, and really the purpose is to help us enhance and improve and ensure compliance with the US DOT FTA drug and alcohol regulations. It's important to note that US DOT, they amended their regulations back on May 2nd of 2023, and then had it come effective June 1, and we're still waiting for guidance and direction from FTA on some of the policy revisions. But the good news is that the monitor came in and reviewed us based on the new amended regulations so that we would know with that lens what we need to shore up, right? So even though we don't have official guidance from FDA, we're still waiting on some things. We know what items we need to work on. And I'll also mention at this time that with some staffing changes that happened back in May, we were moving the drug and alcohol testing program from operations to HR. And the reason being is operations is always so busy, so fluid. We really need to attach that drug and alcohol testing program to the HR because a lot of it has to do with onboarding, the pre-employment process. And then there's also, the random portion of the drug and alcohol testing program. But then we have a team in HR who can then work with operations to make sure that the random aspect of the drug and alcohol testing program gets implemented in all the boxes and all the paperwork checked off. So we have some areas for improvement that were identified, which is not surprising. First off, and we've already done it, we posted a hotline for the drug and alcohol helpline in the employee break room. And then the second item is our current drug and alcohol testing policy. We knew that it needed to be updated, and I was ready to take it to this board meeting, but the monitor recommended for me not to do that at this time, to wait for the federal guidance to come down through ODOT, then with that additional guidance, then take it to the board. So I would anticipate that a revised drug and alcohol testing policy will come to the board either in October or November.
And this will be a random testing?
This is all-inclusive. So it includes pre-employment, it includes random, it includes suspicion, it includes post-accident.
Have we ever had comments from riders that we had a problem?
Oh, no. This isn't connected. This is an administrative expectation and program. If there's an accident that meets certain thresholds of damage, or if your vehicle is towed, it's just an automatic, right? You go and you have your driver tested. And pre-employment, everyone who we're considering as serious candidates, they go through drug testing. And then there's the whole random aspect where employees are expected to go and participate. And then, should anyone ever report to work and there's a suspicion, there's a whole documented process that you follow, and you refer them to testing. Does that help?
Yes.
Excellent.
Interestingly enough, one of the forms that we use, that we pulled off of the FTA drug and alcohol toolbox, it was recommended by the monitor to update some language on that form. So we are doing that. And part of the onboarding process, when you're working with candidates, is to ask them about their prior experience of working with a DOT, FTA employer. Because if they were previously being drug tested, then it's our responsibility then to basically do a reference check to those DOT employers and say, hey, has this person ever had issues passing a drug test? So that aspect had fallen off the HR onboarding process during the period that was, and the review period that the monitor was at the last 12 months, so July 2022 through June of 2023. And so there were two individuals where we didn't have the form filled out, that whether or not they had worked from a DOT employer, and if they had they ever failed or refused to participate. And then the companion piece is, if they were connected to a DOT, FDA employer, have we done our due diligence in doing the check on with that employer? That piece has gone up, but now that it's connected to HR, we have a whole team to make sure that we're checking that box as it should be done. Also, this is again during our onboarding process, if a candidate fails the pre-employment test, we didn't have that candidate sign a form saying, yeah, CCAT referred me to a substance abuse program. And so, again, it's paperwork and checking the boxes. And so now, since it's attached to HR, we'll make sure we have a whole team that is managing all these check boxes and administrative pieces to make sure that happens. And lastly, from a continuous process improvement, is we're pulling together accident investigator go bags, and in that go bag, we'll have a post-accident drug and alcohol testing decision form, so that, along with all the other forms in an accident investigation, and that go bag then will ensure that we're handling any accidents that may happen in a comprehensive manner. The monitor also visited Bay Area Hospital, who conducts our tests for us. And the monitor had several recommendations for Bay Area Hospital as well. And they're pulling together their responses and getting that back to me, and then I'll package the whole thing together and send it back to the monitor. Any questions?
No, it sounds extensive.
Thorough.
Yeah. Thorough's good.
It is good. What else do I have for you today? So I didn't check outside. Selena, did the new bus arrive here?
Did what?
The new bus, did it arrive here for the tour?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, all right. So we'll have to defer our bus tour today, but it's been super busy. I guess I'll take this opportunity to also mention that we have lost a couple of employees, so we are very busy and doing some additional hiring. And right now, staff are working overtime and coming off of their vacays early. And we really appreciate how well the staff is working together to make sure that all services are covered. They're going above and beyond.
Which they always do, and they've been doing for a long time. The whole organization works really well. It's a good organization.
Which reflects well on the top.
That's right.
Thank you.
The top leads. Is that any more general manager report? Any questions for the general manager? I was excited when I got a call in regards to the sign out here at Quebec. I only called that company 6 times and left messages saying, where's our sign? Because they told me in June they're going to put up the sign, and they wouldn't respond. But being a stubborn Canadian, I kept calling back and leaving messages. So they got a sign out there, so it's exciting, and it looks pretty.
It looks awfully good.
Really good.
Yes, so the squeaky wheel gets the sign. So if you need a sign, give me the number, I'll call. I don't mind.
Yeah, thank you, Deb.
Wait, really? Because I will put you on. I've been waiting for mine for 6 months.
Hey, I'm retired, I got time to make a phone call.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. Okay. Citizens' comments and non-agenda items. Do we have any citizens that want to make a comment? Board members, on either board, do you have any comments? Mike Marchand, congratulations on your retirement. That's exciting.
Appreciate it. I'm just going to say to staff, Selena and Melissa, I really like the new wraps on the new buses. They're very striking, and they really do stand out. They're nicely done.
Thank you. Thanks.
And Mike, I'd like to thank you for your service on the board. I think you've been a great mentor for me, whether you know it or not.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
And Doug, do you see Jennifer's hand is raised?
No, but Jennifer Boardman, we'd love to hear from you down in sunny Grants Pass area.
I'm actually in Salem today because we have a PTAC meeting, but traveled up from Grants Pass, Bedford area. I just wanted to let you know that PTAC is going to be voting today on some additional funding. We just finalized our COVID recovery funding, and Melissa had applied. Her applications were top-notch, as usual, and she is going to, as long as PTAC approves, She will be getting 3 additional COVID funding grants at the maximum amount that she asked. So those should be coming your way shortly.
That is awesome news, Jennifer. Good.
I want to talk about money and be able to give it away, so.
But thank you for watching out for us.
Yes, we appreciate all your help from afar.
Yes, I hope to come over. I was going to last week and then got waylaid. I'm trying to get rid of some of the jobs. I'm covering 3 jobs right now, so as soon as I do, I'm gonna be back and be able to come and visit you all.
We'd love to see you in October, November. It'll be sunny, for sure.
Love the coast in October.
Yeah. Board member, any other board members have any comments or statements you'd like to bring up? Well, thank you for your service. Our next meeting is October 9th at 9 a.m.